Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests. Question: does one's personal timing pattern influence decision making? Well, I believe it does. We have time all over the place that help us to make decisions. We have time on the clock, time on your watch, time to look at TV, and time to relax. But we always make a decision using our own personal timing pattern when we have to fulfill all of those things. Let's look at, for an example, of one using their own timing pattern to influence their decision. On the news a couple of weeks back ago, there was a gentleman, 64 years old. We had seen a lot of things on the news where people have done unfortunate things to other people because of one reason, but sometimes we don't think before we do. Right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, an unfortunate incident where a 64-year-old man strategized and meditated using his own personal timing pattern to do a shootout randomly at a country concert. Did he use his personal timing pattern to make that decision? Was it a rash decision, or was it a thorough, thought out? Let's look at another example. We have husband and wife teams in here, and they do everything together. They even make goals, but there is always one that will make a decision before the other one will. Never is it on time. What influences our decision making? As I said before, there is clock time, God time, whatever time it is, we are on time. And we have a timing pattern to facilitate it. What can we do to make more positive decisions when using our own timing pattern? Well, one thing for sure we can do is we can be patient with ourselves. Yes, be patient. And we can be in control of ourselves. Woosah. And another important piece is to think before we do. Yes, think before we do. We want everything our way now. And then we make rash decisions thinking that way. But what I do know about time and timing patterns is that we know it's a key of power, of course. But we must be patient with one another and realize that no one gets it at the same time. We must be patient with them as well as ourselves. And we must be understanding. Timing patterns are important to making personal decisions It's what influences our decisions. And we should be positive when we make that decision. Unfortunately, no one and not everyone is going to be positive. Look at the world around us. We need to be understanding. We need to challenge ourselves every day. What and how we are going to make our decisions by. Is it going to be positive? Hopefully. I would want that to be. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you, Steve?
Yep.
Wouldn't you? Over there, Matt? Yeah. What about you? Dave? Yeah. What about all of you? Positive decisions that influence our timing patterns. What we do know is that when making a decision, we must think before we do. And when one does get there to make that positive decision, it's a victory and never a fatality. Mr. Toastmaster.